What's up, gals and guys? Ryan from Thread Chemistry T-shirt and Print Company back with you for another quick video. Today we are going to go over my first experience with screen print transfers. Yes, you did hear me right, screen print transfers. Some genius, I think they're genius anyway, which that genius is Stahls Transfer Express. We'll talk about that in a minute. They came out with screen printed Plastisol transfers. So Plastisol is the ink that you actually use, screen printing, you get your color, but it's along those lines, screen printing. All right, so instead of having to get all of that equipment, Stahls Transfer Express has come out, and I think they've been doing it for a little while now. My first experience was recent though, which I would like to tell you about, and then I'm gonna show you because there's a few things I want to go over that you guys need to know before you do it for your first time. And then also, I'm gonna kill that bug. Or am I going crazy? A few things that I want to go over with you before you do it for your first time. If you're thinking about, there he is. That I want to go over with you for your first time so you don't make the few mistakes myself, or to be a little bit more specific, some of the Stahls Transfer Express employees. I'm not gonna get anybody in trouble or anything. I do want to go over my whole experience with it and show you the outcome of it that ended up turning out really, really well. I do have a sheet right here. So to start, Stahls Transfer Express, if you deal with Stahls at all, I love Stahls. They are great. I don't get too much stuff from them transfer-wise and whatnot, but I do have the Fusion IQ heat press. I do have the 360 IQ hat press, and I do order, all of my other cover sheets, tape, pillows, so on and so forth through them. I just love Stahls for some reason. I think they're a great company. They're always innovative. They're always trying to think of new things. You know what I mean? Nice people usually all the time. Anyway, they have a sister company, Stahls Transfer Express, which I assumed was Stahls Transfer Express was Stahls. So that is one thing that I wanted to get into, which refers to tax exempt, but we'll get into that in a minute. So I do have a transfer right here that I want to show you. And this is the Stahls Screen Print Goof Proof Plastisol Transfer in the jumbo size. The jumbo size is, you can get up to 12.5 by 14.5. They also have a regular size, which is 11.25 by 14, I believe. Here it is, and I filled the whole thing. The thing about these, let me show it to you quick. As you can see, it is quite large. I did this for a customer, and I'm glad it was this customer because he's one of my best customers. And in the end, what the outcome was personally for my profit and whatnot ended up being pretty bad for a few reasons, which I'll cover. But anyway, you can see it is pretty large. We did a whole image. This is the back. And then as you see, this cutout piece, that was the front left chest. So that went right here. This went on the back, if you can see that, just like so. And if you can see it, it's beautifully done. You can see that white. There's one thing about these, I don't really know what it is, but if you look close, see all those white speckles? Those are supposed to be on there. They do help with the transfer, apparently. I don't know too much more about it. But let me tell you what, be careful when you're using these because those little white speckles will get everywhere. So make sure that you kind of have a clean area, your shirt's set down. You're not throwing these all over the place because I had to clean these things up for days. I'm not lying, maybe even a week. But they do help with the transfer somehow, so just be aware of that. Those things, they kind of flake off. The transfer will look beautiful no matter what, it's just they kind of fall off and they get everywhere and they're annoying as heck, let me tell you. So anyway, that was the jumbo size transfer. I told you there's a regular size. So here's the thing. You get on transferexpress.com and you can either send your artwork to them and they can, I believe, turn it into a vector image or a raster image for whatever reason you would want. And then they print the transfers and send to you. I think that's how that works. Or you can go into the Easy View, I think it's called, that they have on their website. You click on that. It opens up this artboard. You choose jumbo or regular. You choose goof proof, you choose screen print or ultra color, okay? With screen print, they do have a bunch of versions of that. They have the goof proof, they have the hot split, they have the elasti prints, they have the puff, they have glow in the dark, they have foil, reflective, glitter. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them. Those are all the screen print transfers. Then you have the ultra color, which is more like a transfer that goes on your shirt. So with the ultra color, which is basically unlimited colors, I think what they're trying to say with the screen print, not if you have 1 or 2, but if you just have a few, I think, and you want to do more of a screen print type, go with those goof proofs, the hot split, the ones that I just mentioned. If you have a bunch, such as gradients or color blends, or just a lot of colors, then probably go with the ultra color. And it is more like a transfer, but it's the best way to go about it through them. Again, I went with the screen printing. So what happened with my experience is I got on the site. It was my very first time. I uploaded it. Now remember, through all this, I called and they did walk me through everything. They were very, very helpful. They've always been good at that. Let me rephrase that. Stahls is always good at that. Their sister company is also apparently good at that. Like I said, it's my first time. Very nice people. Again, what happened with me was I uploaded my artwork, and you can either upload PDFs, PNGs, or SVGs, vector, basically raster or vector. You know the difference in those two. Raster costs more per sheet than vector, okay? I'm talking to this lady, she's trying to help me through it. The first thing she tells me is that I was asking her how much everything is, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, how many do you need? I said 20. She said, okay, 20 is this price, but if you get 24, it's this price. It was actually cheaper, like $10 cheaper. I'm like, okay, well, I need 20, but I'll get 24. Number one, I'll have a few extra if I need them. Number two, I'm saving 10 bucks. It's just 10 bucks, but it's $10 and I'm getting 4 extra. Okay, that's what she tells me, okay? Then she tells me I need to get my colors input. So basically, and then at the bottom of the screen, it shows you what you have. I have screen print goof proof. And then it says quantity. So you need to put in your quantity. Then it has a little ticker. I guess not, if you're into sports or anything, it's not really a ticker, but it says, error 1 of 3 or 1 of 2, and it'll kind of tell you what else you need to do to get this finished. It's a nice setup. I needed to add my colors, I needed to add my quantity, and then next to that at the very bottom right, it tells you what your cost is, total and per sheet. So then she says you need to put your quantity in, so I put 24, right, because it's $10 cheaper, and then my colors. And what you do is you click on your image that's in the Easy View designer, and so I click on orange. It comes up on the kind of the left third of the screen, and then they have about 60. I remember, I didn't count, but I remember from a Stahls video, one of the ladies that does the Stahls video, one of the very cute ladies, she does the video. I think I remember her saying there was 64 or 68, somewhere right in that range of colors that they have to choose from. That's not bad, right? That's plenty of colors. Well, what you can also do, if one of those colors doesn't match your color as close as you'd like it, like say for example you have a customer who wants those exact colors, you can upload color Pantones, right? So you just jump over to Photoshop or Illustrator, you get your eyedropper tool, right? You click on the color of your image that you have in Photoshop also, you click the eyedropper tool, you click the color, it pops up the color little box, you know, and then you click the color view or whatever it is, and it pops up the Pantone colors, right? So it'll show you your color and it'll show you the Pantone number. I think one of mine was maybe 7436, something like that. Okay, that is the color, hypothetically speaking, let's just say it was the orange. Okay, so for the orange, they don't have a close enough orange on their list of 65 to match mine. So I'm just gonna go with, I'm gonna choose my own color and put in 7436. It'll bring up that exact color and they will print that. That's great, right? Why do they even list the 60 plus some if they got that? She's like, yeah, if you don't want to choose one of ours, you can do that. Okay, so I'm just, well, why not just choose all mine and get them perfect? Mine, again, remember, white, brown, and orange. So I Pantoned the brown and the orange, thinking I'm just gonna get them exact. The white, it's right there, they have it. Maybe it's making their job easier, you know, because they have that list. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Maybe it just makes their job easier somehow, so I'll just choose their white. So remember that, right? So 2 out of my 3 colors, I did. So then I get off the phone with her, and I'm doing my thing, and mind you, I'm in a hurry. With their transfers, they need 2 days to make them and 2 days to ship them. Now listen to this carefully. If you order them on Wednesday morning before 11 a.m. Central Time, they will get shipped out Friday, right? Okay, then UPS, FedEx, USPS, whoever they ship through, they will ship on Saturday, some even on Sunday. They need 2 days shipping. 2 days to make them, 2 days shipping, that's 4 days. If you order them on Thursday before 10 a.m. Central Time, be careful, okay? If you need them quickly, because like I said, 2 days for their transfer, 2 days for delivery. However, Stahls Transfer Express is closed on the weekends. So if you order it at 9 a.m. Thursday, thinking you'll get them at the beginning of the next week, you won't, because it's Thursday, Friday, and then they are closed on the weekends. So it actually won't get shipped out until Monday morning, right? So then it takes 2 more days. So Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, and you're into Wednesday to get your delivery, right? So if you want your delivery sooner, remember to order them before 11 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday. That'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They'll get shipped out Friday. Saturday, you'll have a delivery day, possibly Sunday. So you could get them Sunday. If there's not delivery on Sunday, you'd get them Monday. Remember that, okay? Because if you're thinking you're gonna order them on Thursday and get them by Saturday or Monday, that's not true, because Thursday, Friday, they won't ship out because they're closed on the weekends till Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday to ship. So almost a full week. So if you want them quicker, make sure you order them Monday, Tuesday, or before 11 a.m. Central Time Wednesday, okay? Which I'm not saying that was an issue with me. I figured that all out, and I made sure that I was getting them before Tuesday. I actually was kind of trying to be proactive. It turned out that I ended up getting them, I needed them on Wednesday. I ended up getting them on Tuesday, staying up and finishing shirts Tuesday night so they were ready Wednesday morning. I thought I was actually maybe gonna have them a couple days early, but I completely understand they're closed on the weekends. So it is what it is. But just remember that Monday, Tuesday, or before 10 Wednesday, if you want them to ship out before the weekend, okay? Anyway, so there's that. So remember, she told me 24 was cheaper than 20. I could match my colors. What ended up happening is that I was looking at my price. She quoted me, I think it was like $12.49 a sheet. What she ended up, I finally called back trying to figure this out on the third person that I had talked to. Mind you, they were all nice, we just couldn't figure it out. So what ended up happening was she ended up quoting me for the 20 count, she ended up quoting me the jumbo size, which is what I want, in the vector file, right? So, but then when she said the 24 were cheaper, she ended up, what she was looking at on her screen, we figured out, and don't know how she got to this, but she ended up quoting me the vector in the regular size, right? So vector is always cheaper than raster, and the standard size is always cheaper than the jumbo. So she was quoting me jumbo raster in the 20, which ended up being more expensive than 24 standard size vector. But I didn't need those, right? I didn't have a vector image, and my image wouldn't fit on a standard sheet. But I didn't know this, so I have 24 in my cart. So when we figured that out, the lady's like, do you want to go change that? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. And we're trying to, then I'm like, she told me what the price would be. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Mine still says like $18.49 a sheet, I think it was, or something. She's like, that's weird. It should be $16.80 or something like that. I'm like, what the heck? Then we figure out when you match colors, remember the Pantone? Okay, when you match colors and you don't use one of their 65, for every color that you choose that you color match, remember we went to Illustrator or Photoshop and we got our eyedropper tool, we got our Pantone number and we transferred it over? It's $30 per color. Remember, I did 2 of the 3, decided to go with their white. That ended up charging me an extra $60, right? So right now, I already got quoted wrong on the 24. I'm buying 4 more than I needed. I added $60 because I didn't know about matching color. That matching color was $30 more per color. So then I get it in my cart. Then there's $15 shipping, right? Okay, don't forget that. Then I had $22 tax. Remember what I said at the beginning about the tax exempt and I have tax exempt with Stahls, but apparently Stahls Transfer Express is not actually Stahls. I don't know how they figured out. They say it's their sister company, but you have to upload your tax documents with them also in order to have that tax exempt status with Transfer Express also. So I did upload it afterwards, and they said that I have up to 90 days to upload it and get that money back. I haven't seen it yet. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks now, I think. No, closer to 10 days, a week and a half. But I haven't seen that back, so that was $22. So mind you, I'm quoting my customer on what I thought were gonna be, from what the lady said, about $12.50 a sheet. Ended up being closer to $18 because we added $60 for the 2 color matches. We had to add for the jumbo and for the jumbo size I needed, not the regular, the raster images that I'm sending to Stahls Transfer Express as opposed to the vector. Remember, I'm buying 4 more also, still not 100% clear about that. So I paid for 4 more that I didn't actually need, thinking it was cheaper. $60 for the color matches, I think I said, $15 for the delivery, and $22 for the tax. Add that up. That's $60. The 4 extra at about $17 a piece, 34, 60, $68 plus the 60 for the color, that's 128, plus 15 for the shipping, that's 143, plus the 22 for tax, $165 total, more than what I thought for 20 shirts. You know, that is over a third of the price. So I ended up paying, you know, I can't remember the exact total, but I paid $165 more than what I should have, you know, what I thought I was gonna pay. Okay, I get the shipping isn't fixable, but not buying those 4 extra, not color matching everything because my customer wasn't persistent on getting the exact colors. And there were a couple that were close on the Transfer Express site in their colors that I could have got away with, but if I can match them to the exact color, why not? I'm thinking at the time, there's no charge, I'm thinking at the time, right? So why not? So there's that $60 could have been avoided. Didn't need the extra 4, that's like $68 could have been avoided. And the tax, I have yet to get it back, that's $22 that could have been avoided. So that is at least about $144 or $140 I could have avoided. So that's quite a bit, especially when I already quoted my customer a price. Thank God it was a customer that it was, because he's one of my best customers. And I think, honestly, I figured it out in the end. I ended up making $6 on the entire sale. And it was a very small one. He usually has pretty large orders. Like I said, it was only 20, but he was very adamant about making sure that they were screen printed, which I'm glad he talked me into doing that because I was able to do this for the first time. Now, with all of that being said, mind you, I don't want to give them a bad name because I will go back and do it again. I just want all of you guys to know what to look out for when you do it for your first time, so you don't run into the profit margins that I ran into. What is that? 25. I made 25 cents a shirt, basically. Off the 20 shirts, I made about $5, so I think that's about 25 cents, I think. And like I said, I'm glad it was him, and I'm glad I did it. I will do it again, but I will make sure to watch out for those things. I will make sure to quote correctly. I will make sure to have vector prices. I will make sure to ask the customer if it's okay if the colors are slightly different, so I can use one of their colors. And I will make sure that my tax documents are uploaded yearly, so I don't get charged for that either. And like I said, they say I'm gonna get that back. So I could be from the 160 some down to about 140 still, but that's still quite a bit. Anyway, that's what it is, guys. You know what ended up happening also? The reason I have these, in the end, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 8th in my other hand. They gave me 32 of them. I don't know, dude. Again, I'm not bashing them. They did everything correctly, besides that one employee who just made a few mistakes and, you know, told me a few wrong things. It happens, but it did end up in the end costing me $160. But anyway, so again, I just want to show it to you. It is a very awesome print. And the other day, I did make a video with the screen prints and me pressing them on the Stahls Fusion IQ. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in so you guys can see it. It's amazing how these things work. I don't wanna give anything away, but I'll just let you check it out for yourself. So with all of that being said, let's flip on over to that video of me actually pressing a shirt with the Stahls Transfer Express screen printed Goof proof Plastisol transfers, actual screen print Plastisol transfers on the Stahls Fusion IQ. I actually use also. And by the way, I print on a Bella and Canvas 3001 in the Atlantic color. It's kind of a bluish. That's the shirt I use, just FYI. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the video. And we will head on over to that video, let you check out the press. So check this out, guys. I just want to show you how this is done real quick. Okay? We're gonna take one of our t-shirts. We have a Bella and Canvas 3001 in the Atlantic color. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna throw it on the platen here on the heat press, just like so. We're gonna check each little side, make sure it's on straight, right? But that's not what we're here for. The screen printed Plastisol transfers. Watch this, guys. All right, they come pre-printed. If you are someone getting in the business, wanting to do your own prints, watch this. They come to you already printed, right? Bam. You put it on your shirt, you close your heat press, and then maybe we'll have time to sit down. Oh. What? What? You mean just like that? It's done? What? How long did that take? Here, let's do the front. We gotta see that again. We have got to see that again. What just happened? We're golden. Let's size this up, put it on the right spot, use our ruler. Whoop, whoop. Bam, bam. No cover sheet needed. No nothing. 365 degrees. Sit down for a second, or can we? We can't. Just like that. 5 seconds. And they're done. Look at that. And they are a beaut. Look at those colors. This is a 3 color. We have a brown, an orangish, and a white. And just like that, we're golden. Boom. So there you have it, guys. You saw it. We just pressed the Goof proof screen print Plastisol transfers from Stahls Transfer Express, transferexpress.com. On the Fusion IQ. Sorry, I got my gummy bears and just finishing. Probably should have waited. But just press that on the Stahls Hotronix Fusion IQ with the transfers from Stahls Transfer Express. I don't think I went over any of the timing, pressure, temp, stuff like that. Oh, and I wanted to show you this also. This is how they come in a decent little box, straight, you know, it's a nice box, so they're not gonna get crinkled or anything like that ruined on the way. A decent little box, and then it comes with your instruction sheet. So basically, see, it lists off everything that you have, the goof proof, no backing, and then so if you're doing 100% cotton or cotton poly blends, heat press at 365, pressure at 6 to 8, medium to firm, and then for 4 to 6 seconds. That was not edited. That was not edited. That's all, folks. That wasn't edited at all. That was literally how quick you can press them. So once you get through in the easy view online on transferexpress.com, you upload it, you get them ordered. Once they get delivered, you literally open that box, you put your shirt down, you press it for 3 to 5 seconds at that 365 medium to high pressure, and you're done after 3 to 5 seconds. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing. But it just kind of tells you everything. Place the transfer image side down, 4 to 6 seconds. Peel transfer hot, so you don't have to wait for it to cool. That's with the cotton or cotton poly blends. And then on the 100% polyester, basically the same thing. You just lower the temperature to 325 to 335 for 10 to 12 seconds. So you got to double your time. Double your time to 10 to 12 seconds with same medium to firm pressure. It tells you, you know, place it down, preheat your platen, and same as well, you also peel it hot. It is a hot peel. So it comes with your transfer sheet or your transfer explanation sheet right there in the box with it to tell you everything to do. So there it is, guys. I hope you liked the video. You guys have any questions, again, leave them down below. I also want to say again that, you know, I definitely was not bashing Stahls at all. Nobody told me to say this. You know how people always do this. I wasn't paid, and nobody referred me to say this, yada, yada, yada. So all of that garbage. I just wanted to say that, you know, all that being said, like I had stated earlier in the video, if you didn't watch the whole video, that was definitely not me knocking on Stahls. I absolutely love Stahls. I love what they do, and Transfer Express seems to be a pretty decent place also, which is Stahls' sister company. So it was my first time, but the only slip up was a few errors that an employee made, which was no big deal. Life happens, right? We all make mistakes. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to, again, help you guys maybe catch a few errors that I had so you don't, fall in that situation. But once you do get them, I honestly think you're probably going to continue to get them, because you can get them down to as low as I think about $12 with the Vector, with the regular size artboard instead of the jumbo, and then the Vector instead of the raster, and then choosing their colors as opposed to Patones that you upload or that you enter. You can get them down to a decent price, including a shirt like that Bella and Canvas, I think was like $3.50. So if you're paying $15, I mean, you have no problem selling those shirts for 25 plus. So decent profit margin for uploading artwork, getting them shipped to you, pressing it for 5 seconds, and then handing it to the customer. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say at the end there, guys. Hope you liked it. Again, I appreciate you. Till next time, peace.